It's in my book.
Great.
I'm fighting against fast food, against
Me too.
battery industry.
Same way. I'm a big fan of an author named Michael Pollan, who wrote The Omnivore's Dilemma. Great book on what's happening with our food. And it's I've been campaigning myself to everyone that will listen to don't eat fast food. It's just terrible. It's ruining everything.
I'm sure because you are in shape. May I ask you how old you are?
58.
You,
I'm 1,000.
but you look great. You're in shape.
For an old man.
Can you tell me about your life on the road, because you play with a lot of bands? How you manage the healthy food? You rest? How do you resist for temptation? Can you tell me about that?
Well, it's generally easy to get what you need when you ask for it in advance. So before we go on a trip, we always make sure what we have backstage is some fruits and vegetables. You know, I'm not a vegetarian, but because I like meat, I want quality meat. I don't want industrial beef. I hate that. So I always try to watch out for some good stuff, do my best. I'm also low carbohydrate. I eat a lot of nuts and meat and fish, leafy vegetables. I don't eat too much bread or pasta, you know, or potatoes, or almost no sugar at all. Sugar is death. Sugar is a bad one. So with that in mind, sometimes it's a little difficult, but you can always adjust whatever meal you get in whatever restaurant to be less carbs, less sugar, less industrial food. So I do my best. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you got to eat, and there's whatever's there. Tons of water is a huge thing for years and years and years.
And do you drink a little alcohol?
I sure do. Even I enjoy the vino.
Yeah.
I enjoy mostly red wine, a little beer, not too much hard alcohol. But my wife's father, my wife is Italian, and her father makes his own grappa. So he makes some grappa, so it's nice to have a little thing, just a tiny sips, you know, because grappa you can't drink down in one shot. You got to drink it little tiny sips. So that's very nice. So I do enjoy having a couple glasses of wine, a few beers. I don't do any drugs. I haven't even had an aspirin since 1971. So I'm just don't. I did enjoy. You know, when I was a kid, I smoked dope a few times, and it was really cool. But it was affecting my playing, because I couldn't honestly tell what was good and bad anymore. So I stopped, you know, so I don't do any drugs at all. But water, my favorite water is Evian in glass, not plastic.
Do you know Vichy Ceinture?
Very nice too, very nice too.
I drink a lot.
That's very good, very good. But for me, I love the water in glass. It tastes better to me in a glass bottle. The plastic. The other day, someone served me coffee in a plastic cup. Because the heat hits the plastic and more chemicals come out. Very bad. So I try to stick with glass.
Have you got a favorite dish?
Well, my wife does a fantastic chicken cotoletta, which is chicken breast sliced thin, breaded, and then she puts arugula and cherry tomatoes cut with a little olive oil and balsamic on top. Very nice. I try to do the breadcrumbs myself. You can buy breadcrumbs already, but I try to get some good quality bread that gets old, let it get stale, then I put it in my coffee grinder and I make breadcrumbs. And sometimes I put in a little rosemary or a little sage. Sage is nice with poultry, sage is a spice. And in Los Angeles, we're the desert, so we have a lot of wild sage growing everywhere. And down the street, we have wild rosemary. Just walk down, pick perfect rosemary, very nice. So,
you live in Los Angeles?
In Los Angeles, yeah.
It's easy to find healthy food?
It's probably the easiest place in the USA. As a matter of fact, we have so many organic meat places and organic food. Now, my wife and I, we bought a very large freezer, deep freezer, so we can buy special organic buffalo, bison, the big bison. It's not like a cow or a beef cow. They're still wild, so the meat is very good quality. Organic bison, freeze it. Organic chickens, organic beef and pork, and so we'll have a good quality food. It costs more, but there's a great saying I hear in America, and it's called the high price of low cost. When you buy things that are low cost, you pay the price later. So you buy shitty food now, when you're older, you will pay for it.